what I did with my day today. So I've been wanting to get a deck built down here at the creek. It's a lot of work. It's actually probably the hardest thing I've done since I've been here at my property. I had to get all the materials down that hill. It takes about 3 minutes to walk that trail, you know, empty-handed. So bringing all the material down here was the hardest part. But I managed to get it done, except for one board. I don't know, I shorted myself one board. And then I went around the woods and the hillside here and gathered up all the stones, and I thought it would look cool to put stones around the perimeter of the deck rather than board it out or something. So I did that. Also, first thing this morning, I came down with the leaf blower and got all the leaves cleared out. So that's been an ongoing thing due to the fact that it's fall. Well, it's winter now, but I also put together my chiminea my aunt bought me. Gathered some stone, did that, went up and took and stole some stone out of my driveway so I could put some stone underneath of it. This has nothing to do with homesteading or off-grid living. It's just something I've been wanting to do. So I'm going to put up, I guess you'd call it a fence maybe, but I'm going to put up like a small fence right here. And then some stairs to go down into the creek. So that way, you know, people don't accidentally fall over. Because it's pretty well straight down once you get right here. So, just so the kids, if they're down here messing around or whatever, they don't fall down in there and hit their head on a rock or something stupid. I'll put a little fence right here. And my stairs will go there. If you notice, my deck I made out of pallets and just covered them with some decking boards. Very cheap, easy solution to something I wanted to do. I know people are going to say, oh, them pallets are going to rot, they're not going to last forever. You know what? I don't care. They're going to last for a few years easy. And when they go, I didn't pay nothing, so I'm not really out nothing but the labor from today. So I feel pretty good about that. This right here was my solar powered pump that I built to try and get water up from the creek. It worked to get water up about 250 to 300 feet. I had just simply put a car battery in there, put a switch. I got the solar panel. I had a charge controller on here, but I took that off. And then a 12-volt pump. And it worked. I mean, it did. If I only needed 250 feet instead of 400, it would have been perfect. But I ended up stealing a well pump from my wife's house and got that done. A guy, I can't remember who it was, but in a previous video, he wanted to see how I had it hooked up at the creek. So we'll take a little walk on the path here. I did this path so I can get over to where my pump's at. It's a lot easier to access the creek on that path than it is over where the pump's at. I absolutely love living on a creek. I'm so glad I bought this property. I wish the creek wasn't down a humongous hill, but hey, for 16.5, it's perfect. But yeah, I did this path. I can't come down, well I can now because there's paths cut, but I couldn't come down here last summer because every time I came down here, I'd get poison ivy, chiggers, ticks. So I couldn't really enjoy it. That's why I cut these wide paths. So this year, hopefully, I won't have those issues. I can come down here and enjoy my property and not get eaten up by every bug and poison ivy. Now see, that right there is a branch off of the creek. You look over there in the distance, that's the creek. And then they connect there. And then I own about, I think, 165 feet from where they connect there. And then I own that over there. And this branch cuts through. So I actually tied my pump not into the creek but into the branch because it was a shorter run, because I'd had to go on another probably 200 feet to hit the creek across the way there. I mean, it doesn't really matter, the branch is always running. Right now it's about as low as it gets. We ain't had no rain in quite a while, but it's supposed to rain and snow tomorrow. I actually came down here earlier. Biggie! Come here, dog! My stupid dog. He loves coming down here, but he runs off on me. I mean, he always comes back, but he runs off. Come on, Big! Come on! Big, come here! Come on! Come on! Wish I could get around that easy. Sit. Sit. Ah, sit. Treat. There you go, dum-dum. Come on. So, for anybody who's interested about how I get my water up from the creek, I basically took a well pump, a deep well pump, and I threw it in the creek. Really that simple. I cleaned out a little hole that needs to be cleaned out again, but I never have any problems. It's been working since I put it in. I used it often so far. So and then I just ran some line, an electric line, and somewhere up that hill is a pressure switch. But this is a lot steeper than it probably looks on this video. I have fallen down that, and it is not fun. And then today I came down, I got a connector here. I drained all the pipes down because it's supposed to get below freezing. The only thing I ain't drained is this little section of pipe, and if that freezes, I don't care, I'll just replace it. It's only maybe 7 feet of pipe. So anyway, that's for the gentleman who wanted to know how I got this thing set up at the creek. That's it right there. I literally threw a deep well pump in a creek and called it a day, and it works. So if it works, I'm not going to complain. I mean, I could complain. Everybody complains, right? So yeah, that's the branch, and it's always pretty much like this. This is as low as you'll see it. When we get some rain, it's as wide as the creek. But me and the kids love it. We come down here and play. We walk around in there. Come on, Big. Come on. Come on. This wasn't easy, cutting all these trails, believe it or not. I waited till it was fall and everything was starting to come down. But I should have waited till it was about this time of the year, because it would have been a lot easier. It's amazing how clear the woods get compared to when everything's in full growth. I wish I was in better health. I wish I was younger. I'd have ran down this 10 years ago. My health is fine, I guess. I'm just old. Come on, dog. Quit smoking about 2 weeks ago, about a month ago. I quit smoking. and I feel a lot better. But this still takes the wind out of me. But then again, I've walked up and down these hills all day long, carrying material. Built the deck in about 35 minutes. Spent about 3 hours getting all the stuff down here. I've been working on this since 7 o'clock. Or no, I'm sorry, since about 8 o'clock this morning. And it's probably around, I think, 5. So it's been a long day. I'm really happy with that. I think that's going to really look good when it's all said and done. Until my kids come over and knock all the stones over, and then I got to restack them. But pretty happy with that. I'm going to cut this tree down. I think I'm going to build like a little table in between those trees, like a bar top table, like, you know, bar top high. So you can set drinks and stuff up there. I've never been a fan of those things, but I got a really good deal on it. It was an open box at Lowe's, and it was clearanced. And my aunt actually gave me the money. I'd like to give a shout out to my Aunt Colleen, my mom, and my sister. I couldn't do pretty much any of the things that I do without them. They're kind of my bankroll. They're very helpful. I mean, I work full time, but I have obligations. I have responsibilities. So, they do a lot for me. Like those tables. My aunt bought those tables. Those deck boards. My aunt bought those deck boards. That, my aunt bought it. She loves me, and she spoils the hell out of me. But anyway, just a brief video of what I got going on. Can't wait to see this all done. I wish I had something that I could put down here on the ground so it wasn't just dirt. I thought about mulch, thought about stone, but getting anything down that hill is just brutal. So to get mulch or stone down here, I would really kill myself. It'd be one hell of a job. I'm going to build a tiny house down here. That probably will be my next video. I'm going to build a tiny house right up there. I'm going to build one about 64 square feet. Solar, power, the whole 9 yards, just like my house up the hill, but down here. So if I come down here and I don't feel like walking up the hill in the evening, I can just say the hell with it and stay down here. So anyway, thanks for watching my videos. Peace out.